Welcome back. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. For almost a year, I have played games that are bad, that are janky, that are different or unknown. I haven't really enjoyed them. Not to say that there haven't been some games that I've enjoyed, because there have been some good ones. There's been some good suggestions, but I haven't really been able to sit down and talk to you one-on-one about one of my favorite games. So we're going to be changing that today. Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game of all time. It is tip-top #1, like the peak of Mount Everest. It is my favorite. I love this game more than I love myself. The amount of care and detail that Rare put into Banjo-Kazooie is nuts. The vibrant life and personality that is put into every character in every world. The music, you'll see. It's just so good. And Banjo here is undoubtedly #1 on my Mount Rushmore of games. Yes! Everything is just so whimsical and goofy and fun. It's just so good. God, Rare fucking accidentally stumbled into a masterpiece. And if you look in the background there, that picture of Banjo is actually from the alpha when he was first put into Dreamland of Giants. Whoa, hey, what was he doing? Kazooie's such a dick. Let me go, you fat hag. My brother will come and kick your... That doesn't rhyme. And then we get a talent trot right here, which is really important. This allows me to run on Kazooie. And then we need to go down the hill, get our egg shooting. Actually, we need to go up first, get our ground pound. The beak buster, I think. Beep, 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 beep. Get my Mumbo token. I don't know why, anytime I record, like when I was doing Mario and then doing this and Elden Ring and Bloodborne, there's pressure. Like, I know I'm good at these games, I can go fast, but for some reason, the minute the record button is on, there's like this just little bit of added pressure. This is such a good tutorial level too, because it kind of teaches you the basics of how the game works. This world is the smallest of them all, so you kind of get a feel for how, like, the game expects you and wants you to play. Like that, climb a tree, get an orange. It's not specifically stated, but you just gotta figure out that puzzle. There we go, that's pretty good. That's also the same noise as Gobi in Gobi's Valley. We'll cut to that. Yeah. And not every world lets you transform. I think there's 6 of them that do. You can here. You can in Bubble Gloop Swamp, Freezy Z Peak, Mad Monster Mansion. Oh, and Click Clock Woods. So I think that's 6.
Hey, what's this? Math is so confusing.
The neat part is, he takes no fall damage. Treasure Trove Cove, which is a much bigger world. Like, the tutorial is over now. The leash is a little bit longer. It's more of a like, all right, time to figure it out. Have fun. And boy, howdy will I. Now this one, I do not have optimized, like, I felt Mumbo's, like, you know, like, I do not feel like I have Treasures Trove, fucking shit. Thanks, me hearties. I'm off to spend, wait, off to spend? Did I read that right? Or am I just illiterate? Ow. Ow. Hello? Hello? It's weird that Grunty wants me to spell my own name inside her little lair. You know what I mean? Like, if she's this big baddie, why is she making me spell my own name? But I am a bear, so maybe she just doesn't expect me to be able to spell my own name. You know how strong Kazooie has to be to hold up a bear? This one really isn't that bad. I'm making a big deal out of nothing. It's just, I don't like swimming in any video game. So scary. Do you know how scary this is when you're like 5? Oh, his eyes follow me. Oh, I have to go out and go inside his hole. It's very different playing a game that I know and love. I don't have much to add just because the game is so good. I'm just kind of along for the ride. What a guy. I forgot. Bottles, you're just a fucking homie. I've played a lot of video games in my life. The N64 was my first ever system as a kid, and I still own it today, even though it's a little beat up. Just no game captures the magic that Banjo-Kazooie captures. The bright, vibrant worlds filled with life, full of all kinds of little details in every nook and cranny that really show the amount of care and detail that all of the designers from Rare put into the game. The soundtracks that are designed and created by Grant Kirkhope that really emphasize the personality of every single world. With a dynamic soundtrack system that changes the music you are hearing based on where you are in the world. Every character has their own little personality and they emote, even if it's just slight, no matter how big or small. And along with that, every world you visit has meaningful, impactful characters that fit that world perfectly. And now with how Banjo-Kazooie actually works, because it is a collectathon. Exploring is the goal in Banjo-Kazooie, and the things that you pick up along the way are just kind of like those little extrinsic rewards that you get. In Banjo, it only has 1,169 collectibles.
Nice.
The worlds are tight and compact, put together and easy to explore. Worlds that are unique, carrying their own charm and story. Mumbo's Mountain, Treasure Trove Cove, Painter's Cavern, Bubble Bloop Swamp, Breezy Peak, Dobie's Valley, Mad Monster Mansion, Rusty Bucket Bay, and Click Clock Woods. In 6 of those worlds, you learn a move from a guy named Bottles. And all of those moves that you learn coalesce and combine into the big boss fight against Grunty at the end. And since we kind of brought that up already, spoil if you haven't played the game yet, but what other game has a game show that plays like a board game that as a preliminary thing before a big boss fight? Like, it's just so silly and fun. Everything that this game has just oozes personality. It's just so good. Oh, that's such a good sound. I need that sound to happen anytime something good happens in my life. This world has the most piece of shit minigame, and I mean that in the most loving way possible. Oop, 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 oop. And then this guy has one of the greatest screams in all of video games. And one of the honeycombs is in here. I think it's above Tip Tup's head. Yeah. Blue. Blue. Suck my cock, Tip Tup. And that's, I don't want to keep comparing, but I have to because I consider this the big 3, one of the big 3 on the 64. These worlds are much more fun and alive than Mario's. They are much more interesting, they're different, they're goofy. You can't tell me that Mario 64 walked so that Banjo could run, but Mario 64 is an inferior game. Top to bottom. Even down to the final boss fight. Like, if you're gonna have a boss fight at the end, doing the same thing you did 2 other times before, Ooh. Come on, you bastard. There we go. How do you come up with this music? Like, if you're Grant Kirkhope, how do you just come up with these jingles? Music is magical. We're gonna give this a go, and if we can't without those little rocket boots, then we're gonna come back after Gobi's Valley. Ooh, 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 ooh. Fuck! No! No! Fuck! No! See, he's coming after me, no! There we go. Got those Converse, those Chuck Taylors, Larry Bird. Oh, see? That was so much easier. Oh, I found him. Okay. No! Hopefully there's some rubber banding. Nope, too late. Rubber band, rubber band, rubber band, rubber band. Help me out, game. Oh, that... How generous. That's crazy. That should not have happened. The game was very nice to me. I used to love these kinds of... You know, like... Do you remember being a kid? And you'd have, like, this deck of cards, and you'd lay them all out on the table in front of you, and you'd have to just try and match them. Oh, that might have cost me some time. That was close. Pipe boy? Kazooie's problematic. He's gonna be so pissed. Sorry, fella, but I gots to. Damn. Get that guy a contract with an NFL team. That dude's got an arm. I know I keep interrupting, but we're gonna talk, or hopefully very quick, but I doubt it's gonna be very quick, about the quick history of how Banjo came to be, because I think it is fascinating. Banjo wasn't even necessarily supposed to happen. In '95, Rare was developing a game called Dreamland of Giants, which followed a boy named Edison and his dog as they were trying to fight dinosaurs in some magical world. It was mostly going to be pre-rendered graphics, following the same vein as Donkey Kong Country, which things happen, switches get made, changes need done, whether it's from Nintendo side or Rare side, just it wasn't working, so something had to change. So Rare and the designers started experimenting with a new character. They thought Edison looked too bland and boring that matched a lot of the same action-adventure RPG characters from that time, and eventually they landed on a bear with a backwards hat and a skateboard, who's supposed to be this rad skateboarding dude, and they eventually gave him a backpack. Led by Greg Mayles, Rare started developing an entire game around that bear with a backpack. Rare wanted to push the boundaries of what a 3D platformer can and should be. With Super Mario 64 as the example on the Nintendo 64, Rare wanted to outshine Nintendo. They wanted Banjo to traverse all the worlds that they were building for him in different ways, but since he was just a bear with a backpack, he really couldn't do all the things that Rare had wanted. So they gave him a partner named Kazoo. And since Banjo was kind of this chill, laid-back guy, so they gave Kazoo a bombastic and sassy personality. Banjo is 100% part of my dream rotation. Naming rights for some reason happened, so they couldn't call the game Banjo-Kazoo. So the creators, the developers, the Stamper Brothers, whoever it was, took the limitless pill, used 100% of their brain power, and slapped an IE on the end and came up with Kazooie. Rare, with their sights set on outshining Mario and Nintendo, they wanted to make sure that all of the worlds were tight and concise, filled with personality and humor that Rare had built up over the last 5 or 6 years developing Donkey Kong Country. On June 29th, 1998, Banjo-Kazooie released for the Nintendo 64 to immediate success. Critics praised it for its graphics, its sound, its humor, its gameplay, its level design, riding off the backs, the highs of what Rare had been doing with Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, and then with Diddy Kong Racing and GoldenEye, Banjo flew. Well, Banjo didn't fly, Kazooie flew, but they flew together. And Rare had done it. Not only did they get to release their game that was kind of an accident, but they also accomplished what they had set out to do. They outshone Nintendo and Mario. And also, as a quick side note, Shigeru Miyamoto has stated once that Banjo is so good graphically and design-wise that they actually delayed Ocarina of Time a year so that they could make sure that the game wasn't being outdone by Banjo and Rare. So we can technically thank Banjo and Rare for how good Ocarina of Time is too. And they did it in spectacular fashion, which led Banjo to being the 10th best-selling Nintendo 64 game, which I think is still underrated. Can Banjo really be underrated? I don't know. I think so. It is kind of strange. Why would Grunty have a portrait of Mumbo in here? Like, everything else kind of makes sense, but she's got Mumbo. She got a thing for him, maybe. I think the other honeycomb's in here, right? It's up top in the ceiling. I don't know why I'm asking you. You can't answer me. You're welcome. Oh, where's the music? Go-huh? Gaio. Gaia. Got it. Ooh, that's all instant death. Oh. I broke my teeth clenching my jaw so hard. That is not really how you're intended to do this. You're supposed to use the eggs, but I'm a big smart gamer boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the engine room. This is what gets me all the time, these little spinny things. I jump too early and they always make me fall to the floor. Ooh. Okay. We got what we needed, so if we have to die, we can die, but we have all the music notes. That's what matters. So now is when I can try and do this skip, because I think I have 60 seconds to get here. Yay! So this one is neat because it's the same world, but you get it 4 times. You get it in the seasons. Fun fact, that Jinjos are color coordinated based on their, what is it called? The season. So we have pink and green in the spring. Hang, 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 hang. Oh, it's our little friend, and he's gonna be so upset. I think this is it for summer. Now we can go to fall. And fall is when lots of stuff starts to happen. You'd think he'd learn his lesson by now, to just be gone, be away. We need to get out of fall, cause this shit is bugging me. To the winter. To the wall. To the snow runs down my balls. Hang, 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 hang. I have 100% of the game. All that's left is the boss fight. Bubble Gloop's turtle opens wide. What do you hit to get inside? His feet, and he goes, ah! Fat Hag Monthly thinks I'm hot. What did I do on the cover shot? I'm gonna polish my crystal ball in a couple hours. Do I win $1 million? Which prize do we want? Do we want the washing machine, the stuffed animal, or my sister? Yeah, there we go. But having 14 health and like 200 eggs makes this way less stressful. Yeah, the Ginjonator. She's fucking cooked. Easy game. Who said this boss fight was hard? So power scaling, the Jinjonator is stronger than Goku, right? Yes! Welcome back to the classroom. Time to put Banjo in our grade book. We're gonna do all 5 of them together, so might as well just start writing them up. We got visual, sound, gameplay, fun, replayability. They're all A+. It's all A+. All across the board. Star student, gold star, he's a good noodle.
I'm a good noodle! I'm a good noodle!
It's just, like I've said, and I don't know how long this video is, it's probably gonna be my longest video I've made. It looks, everything about it, it's personality driven, it's fun, it's whimsical, it's cute. Banjo has been my security blanket for 25 years. Banjo has always been a constant. Like, obviously Banjo can't talk to me. Kazooie can't take these little sarcastic digs at me. Grunty can't rhyme at me. But it's always there. From when my mom was playing it when I was 4-ish, when I started playing when I was 6 and 7, to when I was a teenager hiding playing Nintendo because teenagers are assholes. When I was alone and kind of sad my first year in college when I moved away from home for the first time, to even now as an almost 30-year-old who lives and has a full-time job and is living a life. But no matter what, when I'm up or down or sideways, when I put Banjo into the Nintendo 64, I'm always gonna get that same feeling that it did back in like 2000. And to me, that's what makes video games special. When you can get a game that can give you that feeling over and over and over again, no matter how many times you've played it, no matter how many times you've heard it, and to me, that makes Banjo-Kazooie my greatest game of all time. Thanks for watching. This different format, this little more personal, heartfelt, make sure you like the video and let me know because I'd like to make more of these. This was a lot more fun for me than picking up some random Nintendo 64 shitty game and then just ranting about it and giving it bad grades. So if you enjoyed this format, please let me know because I'd like to do more of this. Thank you. Goodbye.